Bring home a winter wonderland. Shop Lowe's limited-time doorbuster deals during Black Friday to save big on holiday staples. Show your cheer with select 2-quart poinsettias for $6 and shine and shimmer with 100-count holiday living incandescent string lights, now 4 for $10. Then get a fresh-cut Christmas tree, now 25% off. Your holiday list lives at Lowe's. We help, you save. Offers valid through 12/1. Poinsettias and fresh-cut trees in-store only. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
The Partial Breakaway Podcast with your hosts Nick and Junior and producer Vince, bringing you elite fantasy hockey information to help you win your fantasy leagues and win at life.
Episode 124 of the Partial Breakaway Fantasy Hockey Podcast. I'm co-host Junior, accompanied by co-host Nick and producer Vince. How we doing this weekend, yo?
We're good. We're almost at 200 subscribers on YouTube. So this is going to be the push to 200.
And the way to do that is...
Press the subscribe button.
Yeah, click and subscribe on YouTube. And while you're at it, go on your social media, Instagram, X, TikTok, at Partial Break Pod. Give us a follow. We've got tons and tons of content, 4 to 5 videos a day. Day. So these are all clips from our shows. If you don't have time to listen to or watch the whole episode, by the end of the week, if you watch every single clip we post, you literally watched or heard the whole episode.
And I think the most important thing is, guys, comment. Tell us what we're doing right. Tell us what we're doing
We had
wrong.
a lot
Join
of
the
that.
conversation.
There was a whole discussion on McKinnon versus McDavid, a whole thread from listeners, one after the other.
We come up with good topics. At least we hope. I hope we do.
Yeah, I think so. If they keep on listening to us, why not?
Sure. Auto downloads.
Just do it. Just put auto downloads. That's all you need to know.
You don't even have to listen. Just download.
Guys, I don't think Bedard and Celebrini are ever going to stop getting points, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Odd Man Rush segment brought to you by Sportira. We take news and trends of the NHL and turn them into 30-second takes, which usually last 3 minutes. This segment is sponsored by Sportira, so visit their website at www.sportira.com for all your apparel and team uniform needs. Guys,
We're listening, Nick.
Toronto had some interesting returnees from injury. And I think it's actually extremely important that people know that they're back. Because the Tavares-led Toronto Maple Leafs were good, but they were missing that a little bit more skill up front. So Nyes and Matthews, what can you tell me about them coming back this week?
Well, they came back and then Nylander came out. So it was another big loss.
But I think he's back.
Yeah, he missed one game for illness.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, they if they want to make a push to the wild card, they need these players healthy, and they need these players to start playing at their caliber. I mean, right now they're standing at in the East a point ahead of Buffalo, but they're 4 points out of the second wild card spot, which is Pittsburgh. So
if you heard producer Vince hesitate a little bit there, it's because I'm starting the countdown for the listens. So every time he says listen, we're marking it down.
So they're 4 points away from a wild card spot, but there's also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams ahead of them that are looking for the same wild card spot. So,
all right, Junior, talk to me about Matthews and Nyes.
Yes, anytime you're missing 2/3 of your top line, it's gonna hurt. Right?
Any team.
And we say Matthews is off to a slow start and he's injured and so on, but he still has 17 points in 20 games, so he hasn't been horrible. He just hasn't been as available as they wished he was.
Well, okay, so two other people that came back, Jared McCann and RNH. What can you tell me about them coming back to their teams?
Well, McCann is going to add a little bit of spice to the Seattle Kraken offense, who's been absolutely cold. Literally, if you go on Frozen Tools, which, by the way, is by Dauber, Dauber is by Daubers, brought to you by Dauber.
Dauber.
You'll see literally every single forward on their depth chart is on a cold streak. So having McCann back is going to help big time.
Yeah.
And Ryan Nugent-Hopkins didn't take him long.
That's
Got
right.
power play points in his first game back. And they shut out the Seattle Kraken.
Yeah, Edmonton needs that secondary scoring, so Nuge is going to do that for them.
Absolutely. Guys, we're actually sticking to 30-second takes here. This is amazing. I can't believe
Why
we're
are you
actually
talking
doing
so
this.
fast?
Jackson Lacombe is back in another way. He's actually been producing. 6 points in the last 4 games. Vince, are we back on the Lacombe bandwagon?
Yeah, listen, he's god damn it.
No swearing. Your kids listen to this.
No swearing. No, my
I'm
brother-
putting it.
you make my kids listen to this.
That's right.
But
I also made your son a Raiders fan. By the way.
oh god, I think
Poor
anyways,
kid. I feel so
he's
bad.
still young. He doesn't know the disappointment that's going to come with that.
Yeah.
But Lacombe is. It took him time to come into the season, but now he's there, and look, he's at 14 points, which is I think top in defenseman for the Anaheim Ducks. So, is he back? Yeah, I think he's back, and he's relevant again. So it's good.
Yeah, definitely back. Definitely showing why he's worth that $9 million contract he signed.
Good. Sticking with the Anaheim Mighty Ducks, Dostal. Some bad news that we got here, Junior, from Dostal. Out 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah, he's been one of the best goalies in the league this year. 281 goals against average, a 904 save percentage, 11 quality starts out of 17. So he was actually on a hot streak. He had 9 wins, 8 quality starts in his last 11 games played. So this is a tough loss, and I wonder how they're going to navigate through it. Their backup goalie, I believe, is
Mrazek and Ville Husso.
and Ville Husso. They're not throwaways, right? They're pretty decent. I think they can hold the fort a little bit with all the offense that they do get. I know today was a little hard. Bedard took over the third period and won them the game over the Ducks. But yeah, look, Luka Dostal, 2 to 3 weeks. That's about 9 games, at least 9 games.
Écoutez. I got you there.
Still can't
They're going from a goalie who's 2.81 goals against, save percentage of 904 to one goalie who's at 3.69 goals against average, 0.876 save percentage, 4.10 goals against average, 0.821 save percentage. So this might hurt the Anaheim team a lot, especially that if they can't pop in 4 or 5 goals a game. Even if they do, it might not be enough with these 2 goalies taking over.
Well, you remember that I had Dostal as my Vezina finalist, top 3 Vezina finalist as my bold prediction. And he was showing me that he could actually do this year. So this is actually setting him back a bit. It's unfortunate, but hopefully I still win that. Guys, did you guys see the Palmieri assist after he had already snapped his ACL and is skating on one leg back to the bench and somehow picks the pocket of the defenseman who didn't see him coming, passes it to the other player on a partial breakaway who scores. And now he's out. What is it? 6 months?
He's out
Done
for the year. He's out for the year.
Yeah, well, that's the sad part of this is that Palmieri is out for the year, which he was having a really good
He was
season.
having a good year.
For the Islanders. So he was really. It was just it's a never give up attitude, right? He was literally skating back on one leg, and then he saw that the defenseman was not paying attention to him. Swipe the puck, give it some one of his players, and then I think Heineman was the one who shot and scored. So. It's just unfortunate that he's out for the season because he was having a really good season.
The Islanders were a little bit of a surprising team in the sense that they were actually competitive this year, which we haven't seen in a while. But like, how much is this going to hurt them?
It's going to hurt, but one's injury always leaves an opportunity for someone else. And as of right now, to start, it's Max Shabanov. Max Shabanov's on the top line with Bo Horvat and I believe it's Jonathan Drouin. No, Emil Heineman. So Emil Heineman, Bo Horvat, and Shabanov, as of right now, according to Daily Faceoff, that's the line. Shabanov's played 13 minutes of ice only, of ice time. So that's going to go up being on the top line. And he's pacing for 41 points, which is not too shabby for a rookie, right? I know he's a bit of an older rookie, but 25 years old. But if you would have told us Shabanov would have finished with 40, 45 points, we would have been pretty okay with that.
Am I mistaken? Did Bunting win the Rookie of the Year at 26 years old back then?
Or Kaprizov did at 24 or something, no?
Anyways,
Anyways, my point here is just Shabanov seems to be the guy who's gonna get the opportunity to start, so you might want to stash or keep an eye on him on waivers.
one of the best players from his draft class, Logan Cooley, knee on knee. That looked really bad when it actually happened, but it looks like he avoided the worst of it. Vince, what can you tell me about Logan Cooley?
He avoided long-term injury, but we also have to be careful with Logan Cooley. I'm an owner of Logan Cooley, which I'm very happy for.
You own shares of him. You
Yes,
don't own the
I
person.
don't own the person. No, we're not in the 19. No, so
More like
because I mean you look at his stats and they're impressive, but he had 2 games of 4 goals. That inflated a bit those stats. He's been a streaky player with Utah, so it's gonna hurt Utah because he's their best centerman. He's their number 1 centerman, so it will hurt the Mammoths. But on the bright side is it wasn't a devastating injury, which is good.
Yeah, they're pretty thin at center, so it's definitely gonna hurt Utah because now McBain becomes your number 2 center. What does that mean for Genter and McBain? They're gonna have some kind of chemistry because the line was Cooley, Genter, and the third guy was whoever is feeling it that day.
But I still think they're going to put Schmaltz at center.
Well, Schmaltz right now is centering Clayton Keller and JJ Peterka on the top line.
So it might be a nice pickup for Schmaltz, and if he's not already picked up, because I think he's been killing it this year. So it's most likely that he is owned by most teams.
And by the way, of note, because Utah has been struggling as of late, and so has their power play. And during the last game, they put Sean Dursey on power play 1, who's recently back as well from injury.
I find every year he has a stint on power play.
Yeah,
one,
it doesn't usually last. Sergachev ends up finding his way back there, but of note.
Yeah, good. It's good. Some sad news, and I don't really think that there's a fantasy take here. It's just something to keep you aware of. Clayton Keller's dad passed away, and it was not an expected passing, from what I read. So our hearts are out with the Keller family right now. Very unfortunate news for Clayton Keller. Hopefully, hockey is very secondary when things like this happen, and life, you cannot take it for granted because you never know. So, guys, I'm always very appreciative of having you in my life.
We love you, Nick.
right.
Lives.
Condolences to the Keller family.
Condolences to the Keller family. Back to fantasy. Marchenko, out day-to-day, but has missed his last 3 games. I hate those day-to-day things because you never know when they're actually coming back. You might put them in the lineup and then you wait
they're not gonna be back.
2 weeks later and they're still not back.
Yeah.
What can you tell me about Marchenko's day-to-day?
The leading goal scorer of the Columbus Blue Jackets. I mean, they've lost their Austin Matthews, from what it seems. My biggest question with Columbus is, what are they doing with Chinnikov? Like, he had a progressive year last year. Said he wanted to get traded this year. They're planting him on that 4th line with minimal minutes. I mean, at some point,
You would have thought that with Marchenko being injured, maybe
he would push up, but he's
pushes
not.
up,
Ken Johnson, who's been the coldest player in the NHL, is still on that first line, and Cole Sillinger now is your second line winger. So, I mean, I think this is starting to become pettiness from the Columbus Blue Jackets with Chinnikov. So it's either trade him away or just boost his value so you can get something good in return
by playing him.
Yeah, because stapling him on the 4th line doesn't help you.
Junior, any thoughts on Marchenko out? Didn't you trade for Marchenko?
I did. I traded Elias Pettersson for Marchenko.
And how's that treating you?
Pretty good. It saved me a lot of cap space. So
true.
yeah, no, pretty good. I can't complain about that. But I just want to touch on Shinikov a bit. Like, you know, you were talking of Chinikov like he's supposed to be something. He's never paced for more than 45 points, like
What's his time on ice average?
10 minutes.
What's Ken
How are you
Johnson's?
gonna do
What's Ken
more than
Johnson?
45
Ken
points?
Ken Johnson's time on ice is not that much, Vince.
He's scheduled for second line. Like that's the next topic. Sorry, Nick. I jumped to the next topic.
You don't need to say it. It's a natural segue.
All right.
Ken Johnson's time on ice is 14.
That's four more minutes than Chinikov.
I know, but
But that differentiates you from a fourth liner
What's,
to a second line.
but it's
Hold
not
on,
like
hold on.
Shinikov did anything with the time he got. He didn't start on the fourth line. He started the season on the top six.
no,
Yes, on the second line.
Okay, so
'Cause
wait, Ken
Jenner was
Johnson,
out.
what's Ken Johnson's point pace right now?
Oof, 17. He's on a 17-point pace.
17-point pace, and you're still putting him on the second line.
Right now, he's on the first line.
Well,
Sorry,
your first
sorry,
line.
sorry.
I mean, come on.
Ken Johnson is on a 17-point pace.
Yeah.
You cannot tell me this is not pettiness from the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Thank God I traded him
office.
away at the beginning of the year.
This is pettiness from the Columbus Blue Jackets.
This guy is uber talented.
yeah, but
Do you own shares of Shinikov? Vince?
no,
Okay.
not at all.
Because he's very passionate about this.
No, but it's because at the end of the day, it's one thing if a player demanded a trade. Yes, it sucks for a team when a player demands a trade because it ties your hands because the other teams all know you need to trade him. So I understand that aspect. But stapling him on the fourth line with 10 minutes of play when he does have talent, and yet you're telling me, oh yeah, but Ken Johnson, he's a better player and he's going to be on the first line when the guy is scheduled for 17 points in the NHL. I mean, come on. My grandmother with no legs could get 17 points in the NHL.
Your
very
grandmother
much so.
has legs. Okay. Yeah, no, guys, they're reeling, and hopefully they get Jenner back.
Okay, here's another player that's reeling, and I think he's on the LA Kings.
That's how much he's
Oh,
reeling.
man. This guy,
He started the year.
don't get me started on this
He
guy.
started the year with so much promise. He finally found a home in LA, which is very, very difficult to do in LA. It's very expensive.
An affordable one, anyway.
Kuzmenko, 0 points in the last 9 games. Like, are we talking? Like, I know he's a streaky player, but this just seems like extremely streaky.
No,
His lows are extremely low.
I got
His
him.
highs are good.
Yeah, I got him,
Decent.
and I was hoping I could flip him because he had but how do you flip him? And
Right now
the only good thing
you
with
have to
him
pay
is-
somebody to get
yeah,
him.
He's on second line right now just because the other wingers are Mia and Malot.
Hey man,
So-
Joel Armia is a Finnish superstar from Piri.
But yeah, this is just he's like you said, Nick. He's a streaky player, and I would stay far away from Kuzmenko.
Yeah, I'm. It's unfortunate because he does have the promise of being a good middle six player. It just seems that he disappears for long stretches.
He's that type of player that because he had that great rookie season with Vancouver, he's always going to get an opportunity. He's always going to get the benefit of the doubt, and it's going to keep biting them in the ass. Simple as that.
Another player who had a good rookie season,
Love this
Matt
guy.
Boldy.
Oh man,
Like, we knew he was going to be a superstar, right?
A superstar? I don't know. We mentioned it last week how superstar it's like 100 plus points. I don't know if I expected that from him, but he's pacing for 91, so he slowed down a little bit from when I put that there. But
no, but he's going to become an elite winger in the NHL.
If he's not already, I mean,
Yeah, like now, like you
we
said,
might be seeing
you
his
said
extreme
superstar,
breakout.
but yeah, exactly. But I think he's going to be guaranteed a top 5 right winger at some point in the NHL.
pacing for 91 points.
And he's playing with players like Kaprasov does make players around them better, and they don't even play on the same line, but on that power play they're together. And he came into the league, Boldy, and people knew he was good. I just don't think anybody thought he was going to be this good.
I definitely didn't. I traded him away before he even made the NHL.
Are you guys worried about the 17% shooting percentage?
No, I think
No.
elite players
Yeah.
of his caliber should be able to maintain that type of
His best was
percentage.
13. That's why I asked.
Yeah, it's not far off.
Look, another player who I got, who started off the year super bad, but I'm kind of happy that he's picked it up of late. Pacing for 35 goals is Gabe Velarde in Winnipeg. Junior, I'll start with you this time. Are we talking about Gabe Velarde as should be a consistent 30-goal scorer, top-line player, worth it, in your opinion?
What's
with the
plagued
salary?
him his whole career has been the injuries.
Yes.
He's always paced to be that guy. And so far, so good. And for me, personally, he's my replacement in LPHL for Marchenko. So it's perfect timing in my books. Look, last year, 20% shooting percentage. Again, this year, 20. He's at 18 the 2 years before that. So his shooting percentage is good. His deployment is stable. His power play time is great. Guys, this is who he is. If he can stay healthy, and again, like you say all the time, it's a skill, right? Last year, 71 games, but not bad.
Availability is an ability.
Yes.
Yeah,
is.
if he stays healthy, and I mean, Winnipeg needs to be careful in these next 4 to 6 weeks without Hellebuck. They didn't start off very well.
Did we talk about Hellebuck last
Yeah.
episode? I think we did, right?
Yeah, so they need to be careful. They went already 0-3 right now with the first 3 games that Hellebuck missed. So they need that top line to succeed. And Velarde, like Junior said, he always had the talent. He just couldn't stay healthy, and it seems like he could. So
And he's on arguably one of the best lines in the league with
Well-
Scheifele and Connor.
I'll just throw in here, and I know we spoke about it a little bit before the episode, but I made a trade because I have Hellebuck, and this is our fantasy league LPHL, and I went out and I grabbed the cheapest person I could possibly think of, who was 69th in the NHL in goals save above expected, and that's Montembeault. I needed a warm body in net, so I traded a couple of picks and Captain Picard, for Montembeault. Hopefully he turns it around, or I'm gonna eat shells for.
wow.
He looked good against Vegas.
Yeah.
So hopefully that's like the beginning of his
And
turn.
Dobish looked terrible against Avalanche. So
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
the end of a road trip. It's hard. Back-to-back games against such a good team.
we'll see.
Very difficult. So hopefully Montembeault actually wins the Vezina for me. I'm talking to you, listener Tony. Heischer has had 10 points in his last 5 games played without Hughes. We always said that if he has the top line, he has the ability to produce. We've seen it before, but he started off this year very, very bad, and I think you own him, right?
No, I
Or-
traded him away
You traded him away.
for Marner in a Marner deal.
Talk to us a little bit about Heischer.
Junior said it. Junior had said it that when Jack Hughes was down, the guy to step up was Heischer. And in the first few weeks, he struggled, just like the Devils struggled without Jack Hughes. But it seems like now he's getting in his comfort zone. He's playing with Timo Meyer and Bratt. Timo Meyer really played well this week. I had him on one of my teams, and he really played well. So when Heischer plays well, it's less pressure on Dawson Mercer as a second-line centerman. So New Jersey needs this whole... they need their captain to bail them out until Jack Hughes comes back. And he's been doing it in the last 10 games.
Yeah, Timo Meyer with Heischer and Jesper Bratt has been by far their best line since Hughes has gone down. They've been carrying the team, and they've been getting good goaltending. So it's a lethal combination.
Bolduc in Montreal has had 6 points in his last 5 games played since joining the top line with Nick Suzuki and Cole Caulfield, often because Slavkovsky moved down to the second line to play with Demidov and Kapanen. Can Bolduc stay on the top line for the remainder of the year as Montreal tries to spread the scoring a bit?
I'm not sure. Like lately, I've been able to watch more Canadians games, obviously, but it might be age, but he's just very inconsistent, and not only from game to game, but within the game. And hopefully, that's just a maturity thing, and that changes. But I think because the Canadians are trying to win, that position as the top left winger is going to fluctuate. And Slavkovsky and Demidov have shown a great chemistry so far. I don't know if they're going to want to break that up to put Slavkovsky back. So it might buy Bolduc time. But who knows if someone else comes in and fights for that spot.
NHL lineups are made out of duels. I think the duels are important in the NHL lineups. It's not the three players, it's the duels. So you have Suzuki, Caulfield, the duel. So if Bolduc knows his role on that team, on that line, which is simple, it's go in the corners, get the puck, give it to Suzuki, give it to Caulfield, get in front of the net.
No matter what angle
No
Caulfield's
matter
at.
exactly, no matter where.
Just don't give him a breakaway.
Yeah. So no matter if he can do that, he can sustain that first line because, like Junior said, I think Slavkovsky and Demidov are the duo in the second line, and Oliver Kapanen is the complementary player on that line. So I find Slavkovsky sometimes was trying to do too much with Caulfield and Suzuki to try to keep up with them, and that's what got him in trouble. At least with Demidov, he's playing more his game, and it's helping the Montreal Canadiens out.
So I just want to add to that, right? So that's a very good point because Slavkovsky is not necessarily a speed player, and Demidov is not really a speed player either. He's more of a left-right horizontal player, east-west player,
yeah.
right? And that fits with Demidov very well. And one thing that we've always said about Slavkovsky is that he's actually a really good setup guy. And he has that talent from when he came into the league. He's had that talent to set up other people. And Demidov has that flashy setup and finishing touch to him. So pairing those two very high skill guys with a defensively responsible player in Kapanen, it's a kind of a nice fit.
No, it's important that he touched on that because with Suzuki and Caulfield, those are two guys that you're always giving the puck to. You're making them carry the play. But I think something that was lost in all that is that Slavkovsky is pretty good at carrying the play. That's why he was so touted during his draft year, because for a big guy, he could skate, he could handle the puck, and he had skill. And you weren't seeing a lot of that because he was the one digging the puck out of the boards and making space for them. Whereas with Demidov, they can both carry the puck, and Kapanen's that guy now, going and get the puck, retrievals, and making space for everybody.
Slavkovsky can be the complementary player on the line. Like, I'll take an example.
Well, he shouldn't be as a first overall pick, right?
No, but I'll take an example like Colorado. McKinnon, Natchez, who's the complementary guy? Lehkonen. Toronto, Matthews, Nyes, who's that's what I'm saying. In hockey, it's a dual combination. It's not three guys. Dual combination, and you have the third player is complementary. And I feel Slavkovsky, like Junior said, could drive the play with Demidov, and Kapanen is the defensive complementary player to that line.
Sticking with Montreal, Mike Matheson signed a 6-year, $5 million AAV. And boys, it sounds like he left some money on the table because he could have easily walked into free agency without there's not a lot of competition for him to get a high contract in free agency because there's not a lot of other people. Rasmus Anderson is a UFA, and that's about it.
I think offensively, he would have been the best offensive defenseman going to free agency. I think the way he saw it is he's comfortable where the team is, the team dynamic he likes. He's from Montreal, so I think he wanted to stay here. And I think the contract it's a really good contract.
He took less.
And Montreal probably gave them a year more than they wanted to. But because he's such a good skater, I don't think that last year is going to be that bad.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's
$5 million AAV. That's with a cap going up year after year. That's pretty much a third pairing.
There was someone, I don't know who said it. There was someone who said it that
$6 million AAV.
Yeah, $6 million. It's $6
Oh,
million.
so
It's 6 times 5. 6 times 5.
6 times
Oh,
5.
so it's written wrong here in the prod sheet.
So I don't know who said it, but when the dynamic of a team is good and they're succeeding and progressing, players tend to want to stay.
There's a culture that's been built. I mean,
exactly, the culture. There we go.
Yeah, I just want to add that, a lot of people look at the stats and underlying stats, and they go out there and they say this is going to age poorly. But the mentality of people when they see a contract like this is because Matheson right now is a top pairing or top 4 defenseman on this team, they automatically assume that he's going to be that for the next 6 years. That's not the case. Within 2 or 3 years, Montreal is envisioning a guy like Rambacker being in the top 4, not Matheson. So Matheson's going to have a lesser role where it's normal that if he dips, his play dips because
His minutes.
there's someone there to replace what he was doing, type of thing. Now, whether Reinbacher pans out, it might not be Reinbacher. I'm just using him as an example because he's the next man up.
Yeah.
But it could be a guy they trade for. It could be a guy they sign. The goal here is to have Matheson do this role for the next year, 2 years, maybe 3. But after that, he's probably going to be in the bottom of that
5,
top
6.
6. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say that Marco D'Amico had come out and said that the perception that we have with the advanced analytics on Matheson compared to what NHL GMs think of Mike Matheson is very, very different. They look at Matheson as a minute crunching, top pairing defenseman or top 3 defenseman, let's say, whereas the analytics are not very kind to him. Guys, let's move on to the next topic here. Which of these rumored goalies is most likely to turn the tide? I'm going to add an extra name here. Okay? Would Binnington save Edmonton?
For the Oilers? Okay.
I'll start with Oilers, but then I'm going to talk about someone else. Is Binnington going to save the Oilers? Is Jarry going to save the Oilers? Is Brossoit going to save the Oilers? Is Ingram going to save the Oilers? Junior, I'll start with you.
If I had to choose one of these goalies, it's Binnington because he's won a Stanley Cup. He's won the 4 Nations. Yes, Jarry's won a cup as well, but Binnington has done it more recently. His play has been better more recently, other than this year. So if I had to take a chance, I'd take it on Binnington. But if I'm the Oilers, unless I'm getting a clear upgrade on Skinner, I don't even think I'm going for any of these guys.
I don't think Binnington is going to happen. I think it was a big rumor, and it's because, if you guys remember, St. Louis are the ones who offer Shear Broberg and Holloway. And Edmonton is still not over that. So
Where did you hear that?
32
Thoughts podcast. Yes,
there was
sir.
someone else too that another podcast that said it. So
32 Thoughts, the podcast.
I don't think Binnington is an option over here. I don't think Tristan Jarry should be an option because he's making 5.5, so they need to alleviate cap. They're taking on more cap if they give away Skinner with Jarry. I think the way to go here is you bring Ingram up and you see if Ingram can do it. And if he can't, then at the end of the day, you got to be willing to trade a key player from your, like a Bouchard or someone to upgrade on Skinner. Because if you're not Jarry's not an upgrade on Skinner. Jarry can
He's
become
having a better year this
he's
year, though.
having a better year, but he can easily become Skinner or worse. Like Skinner had a shutout last game. So is it worth trading for a player? Like, to me, it's not worth the risk. At this point, you got Ingram for nothing. You're paying him peanuts. You're paying him less than you are Skinner. I know his numbers in the AHL are no good, but the AHL right now is his camp, right? Because he didn't have a camp. I say you go with Skinner, and at some point, if you really get desperate, you bring up Ingram and you see what he can do.
I just want to mention to the listeners that are saying Laurent Brossoit, like, isn't he hurt? So he hasn't played a game in 2 years. And he's now healthy and ready to come back. And the Chicago Blackhawks have given him permission to seek a trade, which means seek interest throughout the league. At 32 years old, almost 33 years old, I don't know. That for me, it's no way for the Oilers. Like,
But it probably wouldn't cost you much.
I know, but like, is he that much? Like, he's never played more than 23 games in a season. You're gonna take him and now and make him play 30 games out of the last 50? I don't know. It's strange.
Guys, I want to throw out another goalie out here to talk about, not necessarily for Edmonton, but he's about to make his season debut. Carter Hart is about to come back for the Vegas Golden Knights. I know Hill has been injured for quite a while now, and I think Schmid is starting pretty much every game.
Yeah.
And then they had another guy as well.
So something like Soderblom, but it wasn't.
No, it's
Soderblom.
Lindbaum. So either way, Carter Hart looks like he might actually start this week for the Vegas Golden Knights. I know we don't really have any stats to talk about Carter Hart, but is it somebody that you're interested in to pick up?
We do have a little bit of stats because he did have a conditioning stint with the Henderson Silver Knights, which is the AHL affiliate, and had, excuse me, 1 win, 2 losses, a 307 goals against average,
It's the AHL.
839 save percentage. Look, he hasn't played in a while, like whatever.
Pretty sure that Vegas has no prospects.
Yeah, pretty sure their team is not that good, but I don't know. I'm wait and see.
Maybe watch list.
I'd rather pay once I know what he's gonna give me than take a chance without knowing what's gonna happen.
I like it.
Yeah, I mean, temper expectations. I think that's what it is with Carter Hart. Remember, he hasn't played in 2.5 years. I mean, it's all nice to get a stint in the AHL, but the NHL is completely different.
All right, guys. Last topic for the odd man rush. There are 3 teams that are looking like early sellers. How badly do these teams need to sell? Nashville, Calgary, and the Vancouver Canucks. Which one of these is the most likely to sell all their assets and start a brand new rebuild? And which one of them is holding on to false hope?
Nashville definitely has to start. They need a whole rebuild. That team was just built through free agency, and it squandered out. So I think they're the team that needs to just sell. And by everyone, I mean like you're getting rid of Yossi, you're getting rid of Philip Forsberg, you're getting rid of Saros. You're going through a whole rebuild, and you're getting good assets for these players. Stamkos, Marchessault, not sure how much assets you can get for these players, but Philip Forsberg and Saros, O'Reilly too. You can get stuff for them.
So how many teams need a second line center?
So many.
I'm just afraid of the price to pay for a guy like O'Reilly if it's even going to be worth
Yeah,
it.
but if you're Nashville,
First
you have
rounder
to.
plus maybe a prospect.
You have to. If you're Nashville, you have to ask for that. You can't just give these guys away either, right? Because if you're starting a rebuild, to start your rebuild, you need assets. They don't have assets, and they don't have prospects, so they need it. Vancouver, basically the biggest decision Vancouver needs to make is if they know that Quinn Hughes is not going to resign with them, they need to trade him now. Whether they like it or not, whether the fans like it or not, you need to trade Quinn Hughes now because it is the most you're going to get in return if you trade him now instead of next year.
Junior?
I'm just curious about Vancouver, and we'll touch on it on our next episode with our guest from Talking Hockey, Eric. Tune in for that, by the way. That's going to be released on Wednesday. Like Brock Besser, they just signed him to a big extension. Like even if you trade Quinn Hughes, you can't keep guys like Elias Pettersson, Brock Besser.
Unless they're going to go through a
Oh,
retool.
Pedersen is young. I mean,
Look, I think he's going to get traded. I honestly think he's going to get traded.
Who?
Elias Pettersson.
he has to have a good year to
Yeah.
be
He's
traded.
He's been better. He hasn't been quite himself, the guy we're used to, but for sure
he's
the guys.
bounced back.
Yeah, I mean, they should definitely bank on Kiefer Sherwood this year.
Oh,
They're trying to. They're
They
trying to, but
should.
no one's biting.
No, I don't think anyone's buying. I think they're playing the waiting
it's too
game.
early.
Yeah.
It's too early to trade.
Because they put it out there. Vancouver put out there that their UFAs are up for grabs right now. So they put it out there. I believe Nashville, Calgary need to go through a rebuild. I think Vancouver is going to try to go through a retool. They think they have someone waiting in the wings for Quinn to replace Quinn Hughes, and Wielander is going to be as good as Quinn Hughes. No, Quinn Hughes is at like top 3 defenseman. You don't get those guys just like that. But with guys like Pettersson, like DeBrusque, like Besser, you have some kind of course. So if you can get a good return in Quinn Hughes, it could be a good retool. The problem with Vancouver is what's happened to Thatcher Demko?
Yeah, I mean, he's injured. But they know that they could just put him on IR and get that cap space back. And they actually have a pretty decent second goalie.
He's injured, Lankinen.
I know. So
Not to go on a rant here, but
you go on a rant, sir.
wouldn't Detroit be an excellent trade partner for Vancouver right now for Quinn Hughes? He's got no trade protection. they've got assets that could help Vancouver sooner rather than later. Example, Axel Sandin Pelika. You want to add a goalie, Trey Augustine or Sebastian Cossa, given the uncertainty of what Demko is. You can add roster players. Like, I think they're well set up to be excellent trade partners. Now, does Detroit want to do that, not knowing if he's going to sign long-term afterwards? Because right now, with 2 years left on his deal, he can't even sign an extension.
Well, he can sign an extent. They can still talk.
Next offseason.
They can talk, but I mean,
that's what Nick was saying. Nick was saying is the problem with the Quinn Hughes is our team's going to be willing to give up the Sandin Pelika, the Kosas, or the Augustine for a player they have for a year and a half. Like Detroit's not, they're not Quinn Hughes away from being contenders for a Stanley Cup.
I mean, it's going to go a long way.
And for everybody who thinks
They've been desperate for a big splash.
But for everybody who thinks that Quinn Hughes should go to New Jersey, I think that is the worst possible place he can go. And it's even worse for Luke Hughes if Quinn Hughes goes to New Jersey, because then Luke Hughes loses all his value.
I mean, but Luke Hughes, he was already second fiddle to Hamilton on and off.
Yeah, but he's starting to get there to be the first fiddle. But if Quinn Hughes is there, there's no way Luke Hughes gets the first fiddle.
Look,
I think it's a terrible it's a terrible place for Quinn Hughes to go.
this is an unpopular opinion, but I don't think Luke Hughes is a top 2 defenseman on any team. His niche should be 3-4. That's where he excels. And that's why I don't think Quinn Hughes going to New Jersey, yeah, it'll hurt him because maybe he won't be as productive. But I don't think Luke Hughes is this phenom that a lot of people seem to think he is.
What happens with Dougie Hamilton at that point?
I think he's on his way out.
I think he's out of a contract soon, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just check.
He's probably got
I
2
just
years
traded
left
for
on
him.
$9 million.
2 years?
I believe so. I don't think he's definitely not a UFA.
Let me
He's
just
got
check.
2 years after this one, so he's got 3 years left
Yeah, exactly. So
at $9 million.
and he's not. He's 30 years old right now.
So they have to
32.
trade him away if they want to Quinn Hughes. In
but
there.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but does Vancouver do it to get a Hamilton?
No.
No,
You know,
but
they're
it
going to
could be
get an
part of the
image,
package,
right? It's going to be an image.
yeah.
Yeah, but even
But he's not
even
proven
Nemec,
anything yet.
Is it? It's like that's what I'm saying is that if I'm Quinn Hughes, I don't go to New Jersey to play with my brothers. I'm going to another team where they're content. Like I don't know. I just find Quinn Hughes to Devils is
Sign a shorter term deal somewhere else,
it's-
and then go play with your brothers to end your career. But guys, I don't think Calgary's rebuild is going to be as easy as we think. They have a good start with Perek and Dustin Wolf, but guys like Huberdeau have 6 years left on their deal at $10.5 million. Nazem Kadri has 4 years left at $7 million.
no, but the
Mackenzie Weegar, he's 31 years old, has 6 years left at 6.25.
They're gonna trade Kadri and retain. That's the only way.
You can't. He's got 4 years left. You could only retain with 3 years left.
Yeah, but starting next year, even if they don't,
They can't trade him in season this year and retain.
No,
I don't think so. Isn't that, or is that just a Llama rule?
I think.
I think it's just a Llama rule,
Yeah, I
to be
think
honest.
So then they won't be able to retain much. The percentage they could retain on a 4-year contract is not.
I don't think there's a limit in the
There's
end.
no limit,
I
really.
don't think so.
No, you could go up to 50%.
They're going to keep 50% of Kadri. But the team getting him is going to have until he's 39,
That's the problem, is that the contract is too long
It's-
to have
right?
a lot of
You
value.
have too many guys that their contracts are too long.
Yeah,
that
but you can
it
buy,
won't.
but if you're rebuilding, you can buy these guys out, and that buyout won't hurt you because you're rebuilding anyway.
Well,
Maybe the last 2
Huberdeau,
years.
you're gonna be paying him for the next 20 years, the next 12 years.
All right, guys. All right. That's a good tangent. I enjoyed it. Ring that bell, please. I'll do it. All right.
A team can have no more than 3 retained salary. Yeah, there's no maximum years,
Okay,
Junior.
okay.
And they can retain up to 50% of the contract.
And right now they're retaining on Markstrom. It expires next year.
Calgary needs an entire devastation. Sell everything.
Bring home a winter wonderland. Shop Lowe's limited time doorbuster deals during Black Friday to save big on holiday staples. Show your cheer with select 2-quart poinsettias for $6 and shine and shimmer with 100-count holiday living incandescent string lights, now 4 for $10. Then get a fresh cut Christmas tree, now 25% off. Your holiday list lives at Lowe's. We help, you save. Offers valid through 12/1. Poinsettias and fresh cut trees in-store only. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
Spinorama's Michigan goals, a sprawling save across the crease. Live and breathe all the highlight moments with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL. New customers bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code THPN. That's code THPN to turn $5 into $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas, pass-through of per wager tax may apply in Illinois. 21 plus, age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets, which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer. Copyright 2025 NHL. All rights reserved.
Whether you're chasing goal.
Wake up to the
Technical
what is it?
difficulties.
You're the programmer.
You guys messed up. Here it is. Wait. Is this?
Come on, man. It's Pebble.
No, not this one. It's gotta be this
Gambling problem?
Oh, my gosh. Oh, we're losing it, everybody. We're losing
one.
it.
Yeah, it was there. Did you guys touch my soundboard?
No.
Impossible. It's not that one. No. Jesus. I'm telling you, you guys touched my soundboard.
Nobody touched your soundboard.
Oh, someone touched my soundboard.
How can you
This
can't
one?
move it without a
problem?
computer?
No, this one? No.
All right.
So you guys.
You keep pressing the same buttons.
Oh, maybe this one.
You had it at the bottom.
No.
Ah.
We really need to name this soundboard.
Calls Pebble. Took us a few tries, but we got it.
Yeah, we really need to clean that soundboard up. So, I mean,
it's our fault.
Yeah, it's always our fault.
as long as you know.
He's the producer, though.
So the standings, I mean, have changed. Junior is not in first place anymore after this week. So for a quick
Thank God, because he couldn't stop talking about being in first place.
The second I mentioned, I started venting about it.
Karma has come and cut his legs off his
7
body.
weeks in first place.
Then you wonder why we don't support you when you made the playoffs.
All right, so in
You
our
never did support me.
in our PBLL league, listener bats took the lead at 1,017 points, followed by Vito
fixed.
P, third place
Commissioner
Fred,
Bats.
fourth place David Hockey, and fifth place Junior.
Who had the best week, though,
So
because
if you guys remember, we
had a
sent
Black
out a message.
Friday
Yes.
prize.
So we had whoever would have finished top points in this period would have gotten merch. So the winner by a hairline
Oh.
is Yanni. So this past week, Yanni ended up with 168.3 fantasy points. Listener Bats second team 165.6 and Listener Bats third team 158.8. So the difference, Yanni had started Yanni's lineup. I mean, today he got a boatload of points today. Connor Bedard, Celebrini, Gauthier, Matthew Nyes, White Johnson, Natchez, Hudson, Schaefer, and Logan Thompson in nets. So as you guys know, Bedard 4 points, White Johnson hat trick and an assist. And I just want to compare him to Listener Bats' just to see where the difference is. And Listener Bats' team was just 3 points less than Yanni. Connor Bedard, Carlson, Gauthier, Robertson, Dorofeyev, White Johnson, Chicherim, Schaefer, and Cam Talbot. So I think maybe the goalie might have made a difference in this week. But congratulations to Yanni.
Absolutely.
So Yanni will be contacting you to get your size and all that, and we'll be sending you the merch. This is not the one and only time we're going to be doing it. We'll be doing this a few times during the season. So
And we're trying to get other different types of sponsors to be able to reward different types of gifts. So if you know anybody who's willing to participate and help and sponsor, let us know. We'll reach out to them and see if it works.
Well, this gift is going to be by Sportira.
Yeah, Sportira offered this
Apparel.
this merch, apparel merch.
and the Pebble League is also sponsored by Boulangerie Passerie Italia, situated on 5496 Jean East. If you need any desserts, cakes, they are the place to go.
And I have a couple of like potluck Christmas group dinners for my for work. I'm gonna get stuff from Patisserie Italia for
and
sure.
they have a Christmas menu. If you're hosting and don't want to cook, they have a really good Christmas menu. You just have to contact them.
Yeah, guys, think
And
about it.
they'll set you guys up. So for this week's, before we get into our teams and our strategies, I'm just going to give you a bit of information that you need to know for this week. So for this week, there's teams that are playing 4 games. So the Anaheim Ducks, Chicago Blackhawks, Colorado Avalanche, Columbus Blue Jackets, Dallas Stars, Florida Panthers, Montreal Canadiens, New Jersey Devils, New York Islanders, New York Rangers, San Jose, St. Louis, Utah, Capitals, and Winnipeg Jets. The one team to avoid, but this is a team you need to avoid all the time, is the Seattle Kraken. They're only playing 2 games. And like we tell you every week, you should just avoid them all the time. Now, I want to give you this interesting stat, which is percentage of easy schedule. So it gives you who has the easiest schedule with the opponents they're playing and whether they're playing at home or away. Right now, at 70% with easy schedule is the Utah Mammoths. They have the easiest schedule this coming week, followed by the Washington Capitals, Winnipeg Jets, and then you get into like a bit of a tiebreaker with Anaheim, Dallas, Florida, New Jersey. The ones who have the hardest schedule, obviously, Nashville, Calgary, Toronto, Ottawa, Boston. So these are maybe players you might want to avoid on your team. Now, remember, with the Utah Mammoths, they have some injuries also with Logan Cooley. So you need to pick and choose which players you're really going after. So, Junior, I'm going to start with you. What's your strategy since you went down 5 positions?
So the reason I went down 5 positions is because I got the least amount of points of everybody. So out of 40 plus participants, I got the least amount of points, which is
That's good. That's good
abysmal.
to know.
So
I hope you repeat.
like an impatient guy that I am, and GM that I am, I'm changing it up. That was my duels team, and now I'm going with just one duel.
Just to mention, Yanni won last week without changing his lineup from the week before.
So you see?
So all this changing of the lineup every week, not necessarily a winner.
No, not necessarily a good thing. Just drives you nuts.
Yeah. Anyways, go ahead with your last place finish.
Yeah, so I'm gonna ride the hot hand of Wyatt Johnson and Jason Robertson. These guys have been killing it, and now that I took them, they're probably gonna falter big time. But hey, if you believe that, then don't take them. But so I'm going with them to try to bring me back up. And there's one player I want to mention that I think is gonna break out this week, and that's Adrian Kempe. So Adrian Kempe has only he's on pace for 72 points. Okay, he only has 8 goals in 25 games, but he's like a 35 goal scorer. His shooting percentage is 9.8. Adrian Kempe has scored in his last game. He's got 2 points in his last game. And to me, I'm going to use that as this is his slingshot. This is where he takes off. So I took him, and he's playing twice against Chicago, which I'm sure are going to be high-scoring games. He's only playing 3 times, but that didn't scare me. I like his strength of schedule, like Vince was mentioning earlier, so I went with Kempe there. As for my other team, I just touched on the Anaheim Ducks because they just score all kinds of goals. So I'm hoping the the Anaheim Ducks and the Winnipeg Jets bail me through. Can I just mention one more player that I think is going to have a good week?
Sure, make it longer, the episode.
Why not? I mean, we try to cut it under an hour.
No, because I mentioned Kempe, who also makes like $5 million. He doesn't make that much yet. Brad Marchand's going to have a good week. So Kempe and Marchand are going to have
Nicholas?
very good weeks.
All right, well, I went with McKinnon. He's the best player in the league.
That's a
Bar
stupid
none.
thing to do, Nick.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, why would you do that?
I don't know.
And then I added Celebrini there because I needed some cheap contracts after paying for McKinnon. I added Bertuzzi.
Is he back?
He is back, and he has left wing, right wing eligibility. He's at $5.5 million. So I thought Bertuzzi would be a nice little compliment because I get to a little bit of Bedard in that. Right, so if Bedard gets a point, there's chances that Bertuzzi gets a point as well, and he's been doing very well. A couple of hits, couple of this, couple of that. Right, like you said, Anaheim. I went with Cutter Gauthier. He's a shooting machine. He's, I think, number 1 in the league right now in shots per game. So it's him and McKinnon. So I have both of them on my team. I'm very happy about that. Boldy, we spoke about Boldy before in Odd Man Rush. Boldy's been doing very, very well. I added him. And I also added Washington's playing 4 games. And one guy that actually hits and shoots a bit and scores a bit is Protas.
Oh, I thought you would have went with Leonard.
I could have, but $3.3 million with Protas, I'm happy with that. And then because I needed some cheaper defensemen, Lane Hudson's playing 4 times, Schaefer's playing 4 times, and Colorado's playing 4 times, and I went with Wedgwood. I think he's been playing incredible, and he's a Team Canada candidate for one of the 3 goalies.
I think you were a bit weak, Nick. You didn't have that oomph like I have on my team. Want to know why? I just went all Colorado players.
Yeah.
I went McKinnon. I went Natchez. I went Makar. I went Wedgwood. And then I just slapped ELC contracts. Celebrini, Eklund, Gauthier, Demidov, Levshunov. Like, I don't care because Colorado scores 10 goals a game. So
Good point.
So that's the tactic I went. They have a really nice schedule, Colorado, this week. Vancouver, Islanders, Rangers, Philly. Not teams to be scared of. So I backed off my Utah players for now, and I really went hard on Colorado.
You know what scares me about that, and I witnessed it. No, I didn't witness it, but listener Rook told me about it. She went with all Vegas,
Yeah, that's what I did last week, and it bit me in the bum.
right? So it's like it's hit or miss. You did it with Utah, and you flew up the standings, but then you did it with Vegas, and it didn't work so much. So, guys, any goaltenders that stick out other than Wedgwood and?
I actually went Ottinger with one of my other teams because I find Dallas has winnable games this week, and Ottinger has just been doing really well.
I took Joseph Woll.
Thompson, too.
Yeah.
From Washington.
Yeah.
I mean,
Do you think? Look, the Leafs played 3 games. None of them are back to back. Do you think Woll starts all 3? If Stolars is not back, he should play all 3, right?
I think they're confident in Hill to be a bit. I think 2 at least. Anyways,
I'm
it's
banking
gonna
on
be a
him
fun
playing
week.
3.
Guys, we're banking on you to subscribe on YouTube in order to hit our 200 subscriber goal. Please like, please download, please enjoy our episodes, and feel free to participate in our discussions here because we're having a great time doing this.
We had an excellent thread on McKinnon versus McDavid on who's the best player in the NHL right now. So please engage, man. That was a lot of fun.
It was. And next,
Wanna know?
our midweek episode.
yes.
Our midweek episode, Talking Hockey, is coming on.
Yes.
This is going to be a lot of fun. I hope you guys tune in.
What's a hockey player's favorite type of tea?
Iced tea?
Penalty.
Oh, I thought I had it, but nice dad jokes. Bye, man.
Have a good night, peeps.
Bye, guys.
The best TV comes in many forms, from real-life mysteries to blockbuster dramas, family favorites, and buzzworthy reality shows. Philo makes it easy to stream them all with one simple, affordable subscription. For just $33 a month, Philo offers more than 70 live channels, including favorites like AMC, A&E, MTV, Discovery, and Nickelodeon, plus on-demand TV like the entire AMC Plus library. Whatever the mood, there's always something new to uncover. Philo subscribers also get access to HBO Max Basic with ads and Discovery Plus at no extra cost, along with unlimited DVR that saves shows for up to a year. No long contracts, no complicated setup, just endless entertainment ready to stream anytime. Ready for a better way to bundle all the TV you love? Get started at philo.tv. That's PHILO.tv. Your next obsession is waiting.